Hey guys, so this video is mainly intended for the students who are part of the online BTR course. So this is something that I've planned for a lot of years, something to have of my own, and I'm very proud of the product that I've ultimately created. So I'm very excited for all of you to see the classes and give me the reviews, good or bad. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. So let me first give you the orientation of how you should go about it and how you have to utilize all of the things that are included. So I'll just take you through. So basically what we're going to be doing is I have pre-recorded all 19 subjects as very crisp and concise lectures. I've tried to consolidate almost everything which is important, everything which has been asked previously into around say 2 to 3 hours of content for almost all these subjects on an average. So there are basically going to be two things. So first, it's the set of recorded lectures. Apart from that, we are going to be having live lectures throughout the year. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about how do you use this depending on the exam that you're appearing for. So if you're going to be appearing for May INICT 2023, you have a different plan, you have a different timeline. If your goal is maybe November INICT or FMG exam in June or December or NEET 2024, we have a different timeline that we're looking at. Right now, I want all of you to follow the same timeline that I'm giving for INICT people, but you can modulate it here and there. So right now, in this lecture, I'm going to be proposing the detailed day-to-day plan of what students who are appearing for INICT and who are following BTR should do. Okay, so before that, I'm going to take you through what are the recorded lectures. Okay, so in the recorded lectures, this is how I've divided them. So first, we have the short subjects, which I like to call as cute subjects. So these are our cute subjects. So these are all approximately 1.5 to 2 hours is how I've planned them. So we have dermat, psyche, radio, anesthesia, ortho, ENT, FMT, ophthalm. From here on in your life, if you hear short subjects from me, it is one of these 8 subjects. Alright, so that's how we'll be having live classes that we revise. Let's revise short subjects today. Let's revise intermediate subjects. So that's how I'll be calling them. So this is your nomenclature. Okay, intermediate subjects we have 4: anat, biochem, micro, and pediatrics, whereas long subjects 3: surgery, PSM, OBGYN. So what I've done is I've integrated the systems from medicine with the systemic part of path, physio, and pharmacology, so that a bulk of these subjects get done together. Alright, otherwise what happens is we end up studying all of these almost 3 to 4 times the same content again and again. So just to save that effort and to integrate stuff so that you understand better, because most of the questions from medicine or the systems would be things that you can't point to a subject and say that okay, this is pharma question or this is path question. It's something which if you have the overall understanding, you can answer. So this is my way of taking care of those questions which are conceptual questions and which are to be understood. So these are the 8 systems wherein we have all 4 of these subjects integrated, and just to fill in all the blanks and the lacune, I've also done general pharma, physio, and path, so that the remaining topics of these subjects are done, and it gives you a sense of closure that all of my subjects are done. Otherwise you do feel that some parts of physiopath pharma got left out. So I've done these as well. So holistically all your 19 subjects get covered, and this is how I have divided the lectures. Intermediate subjects, roughly the lectures would be around 2 to 3 hours, whereas long subjects maximum they are around 4 hours. Surgery I think is up to 5 hours. Alright, whereas the systems, each system is 1.5 hours max. Okay, so this is how the timeline is. Okay, so I hope you got a sense of understanding of how much time you have to invest in for seeing the lectures, which is not much. Alright, so now in addition to this, we are going to have live lectures. So throughout the year, these are the 3 headings under which I am going to take live lectures. First, very important is going to be PYQ discussion. So we are going to be doing a very rapid discussion of the MCQs. What I can do is on the app itself, you get a Q bank with BTR. So in that Q bank itself, I'll be putting out tests. Alright, so I'll be putting out these MCQs as tests, which we will discuss in the live class. Alright, so you can attempt it, you can just test yourself very quickly, and then we go about discussing these MCQs. Alright, so this could be one thing which is a TND kind of a thing or an END kind of a thing. So this is rapid fire PYQ discussion. So this will be one type of live class we'll be having. Alright, apart from that, we'll be doing MKTs, alright, so MKT is must know topics. So apart from whatever has been covered in the lectures, if I find that there are certain more high topics which you want to discuss, I want to club say a few infections, like let's do a high revision of COVID-19, let's do a high revision of everything in TB, everything in HIV, you know, so certain topics, if I still want to integrate and take, they'll come under MKTs, alright. And finally, it is revision of BTR, alright. So BTR itself is a revision, very concise revision. Now we revise that also. Otherwise, it's all down the drain. When you have too much information consolidated in one place, you know, it's very, very important that you revise it again and again. Otherwise, you're going to lose stuff in the transition, alright. So I don't want that to happen. So this we are going to call ultra BTR, alright. So this is ultra buri tarah rato. This is the most important stuff that we are going to be having, alright. So these are the three kinds of lectures we'll be having throughout the year. I'll keep telling you the schedule in advance. So then how should you plan? So the students who are appearing for INICT 2023, you have just enough time to do BTR and PYQs. You know, if you drop everything else that you were doing in your life, if you were lost, then it's a good thing, because now you are not going to be lost. So we have BTR and we have PYQs. These are the only two things I want you to do now. The timeline should look like short subject gets half day each. So you have to complete at least 2 in 1 day, which is very easily doable because each of these is at least like 1 to 2 hours. So you can easily do it in 4 hours and do it with PYQs for sure. Then you have 1 day for the intermediate subjects and 1.5, alright, 1 to 1.5 day for the long subjects and 1 per day for the systems and the general. So how I've planned it for you, I've created a schedule. So the BTR pack launches on 20th. So I hope most of you who wanted to buy already buy it in time if you are appearing for INICT. Alright, so this is what you should do. So first of all, look at the highlighted areas here. That is the schedule of the live class till 7th of May, that is INICT, okay. So till then, these are the live classes that we're gonna have. So we have the first live class starting on 22nd. So that I've kept as let's revise short subjects, okay. So till then, I want you to be done with most of the short subjects, barring FMT and Ophthal. I want you to be done with ortho on 20th. So hopefully everything goes well, no technical glitches. You start on 20th with orthopedics, alright, that you can manage in 1 day. 21st, we squeeze in 3 subjects because radio is the shortest module I've created. It's like 20 to 30 minutes because radio I've covered in different systems independently as well, right? So a lot of it gets integrated that way. So you can easily do radio, you can do derma and psyche, alright. So that is on 21st and 22nd before the class. So the class would be at 6 p.m. Before the class, I want you to just finish off anesthesia and ENT. In the class, we are going to quickly do the high points of these sessions. We are going to quickly revise these subjects, okay. So that's what is the plan till 22nd. After that, let's pick up the other longer subjects. So we do surgery 1.5 days, so we pick up FMT for half a day, PSM and PSM plus Ophthal, so 1.5 days. Then we have Obs Gynae on 27th and pediatrics and general pharma. Let's just finish off general pharma right here. 29th you do biochemistry, and then we meet for long subjects live BTR. So here we want to mainly revise 3 core subjects, which is surgery, PSM and OBG. And believe me, for INICT, if you do these 3 subjects well, half of your questions, literally half of your questions get sorted. These are so high yield, right? So that's what I want to do. Here we are going to be revising these subjects, okay. So in the revision, basically it's not like you're going to hear the lecture again. It's going to be an interactive session on Zoom where I'll be asking you questions and we'll basically be brainstorming all of the things that you have studied, and some high yield points which are mixed bag, which I have maybe not included, I'll include here. So it will act like a holistic revision of all of these subjects, okay. After that, you'll have micro, then we go on to the system. So we're done with the subjects, we start the system. So you want to target at least 3 systems in a day, yeah. So either you could do 1 system per day. So why I had written 1 per day is you can either club one system with one subject, or I thought because it goes well with the live session, it's good that we just finish off the systems as is, alright. So you do 3 systems in a day and you finish off general physio, general path. In the middle, on 2nd and 5th, while you're doing the systems on 2nd and 5th, we have 2 sessions in which we want PYQs. For INICT, previous year topics, very important. So we are going to be doing a very very rapid fire revision of the PYQs. No test would be put here. We just discuss in class. We're going to quickly go through as many MCQs as possible without any sort of poll or anything. We just quickly see what the answers were and why that was the answer. So that's the plan for 2nd and 5th, where we go through PYQs. Alright, so this is how I've planned. Now for 4th, 5th and 6th, once you're done with all the subjects, you mainly want to now look at CC. From here on, the word CC is choti copy. That is our 20th book or choti copy, and that is a book that you make for yourself. Alright, so let's say this is your choti copy. While you're looking at the lecture, I just want you to note down points. I don't know if it's visible or not, but you just want to write down points. So I'm just going to show you my choti copy, what I have actually done while reading for the BTR lectures. This is my choti copy of BTR. So just note down the points which are numbers, which are really things that you are going to forget, you know. So in BTR also there are certain things which are concepts which you will understand then and there. There are certain things which you want to take away with you. So for example, I have written the Tennessee criteria of help here because that's numbers. You want to remember LDH is more than 600, platelet is less than 1 lakh. So now that I've written it and I've revised it, I remember it better. So that is your choti copy that you create in all of these days. I want you to make a choti copy. Don't wait up for the BTR workbook. Don't fill the BTR workbook. It is not worth it in this point of time. Alright, if you keep on writing stuff, you will not listen and you will not memorize. Now it's all about seeing the lecture. Look at the annotated PDF. You will get the annotated PDF then and there, which I have written specially with better handwriting. So you see it then and there. You see it before you sleep on that night. And very volatile stuff you write in a new book. Make a new BTR choti copy, and that is where you are writing the stuff which is very volatile. You read that on a daily basis while eating, before sleeping, anytime you don't feel like studying, you just flip pages of choti copy. That has to be with you wherever you go. Okay, so final 3 days before the exam, that's all you do. So basically what we've done is we have revised all 19 subjects and we have revised our choti copy as well. We have done PYQ, so basically everything is done, and obviously I cannot leave you without Ashirwad. So 6th, we are gonna have a strategy class on how to attempt NICT, because ultimately that is what it all takes. No matter what you do, from which resource you do, if you don't give the exam well, if you don't have a strategy in place, everything falls apart, because especially in NICT, attempting the exam well is very important. Okay, so that's what we are gonna do on 6th, and then 7th you sit for the exam and then you tell me that it went very well. Okay, so that is about the plan till 7th. Those of you who have a later exam, who are not appearing for NICT, we have more time to make use of the BTR. So what you have to focus on is making the BTR workbook the best resource that you can. Consolidate everything in it. I have tried my best to bring all 19 subjects together in around 400 pages for you. What you have to do is, any other resource that you followed, whatever else you study, whatever are the extra points, keep adding to that book. So ultimately you have that confidence that before going for the exam, I have to revise this and I have to revise this again, and not just before the exam, I have to revise this daily. It has to be like, whatever comes from this, I cannot get wrong. Alright, so that is how you are going to focus on consolidation of the workbook. Till this time, I would encourage you to still, even though your target is not 7, still follow this timetable, because in this process, what will happen is, you will go through the lectures once, because there's a timetable. Yeah, there's somebody who's putting a check on you. Because that's there, you will go through these lectures one time. So that will be like a basic priming that has happened. After that, we will make a good timetable, a good long-term timetable of how to now use the different subjects, how to now bring in new live classes of MKTs more than Ultra BTR and PYQs, you know. So we are going to modulate and we are going to plan accordingly. I'll come and meet you after 6th, and you know, we'll discuss what to do next. But for you, the primary aim is to make the workbook the best choti copy ever. Alright, so that is your main job, is to make notes while looking at the BTR. Annotate the workbook that is being sent to you on your address. So here again, just to clarify, people who've just bought the BTR, you're gonna get it free of cost, whereas people who've got the combined 19 package, you'll have to buy it separately. When is a question that we will answer very soon. Once all the books are ready, we're gonna start the booking of the notes, and that is when you can order BTR. Till then, you know, just do it the old school way. It's not like you use it as an excuse that I'm gonna wait for the book to come and then I'm gonna start. No, just just use any plain white book and just make notes, old school way. That's how we used to do it. We did not have so many resources. Like, you guys want PDFs, you want workbooks. We never had that. I'm not very old, but still, we never had that. So just make old school notes, and nothing is lost in that process. All right. And our main job for the delayed exams is going to be MCQ practice, choti copy revision again and again. So we are going to integrate all of these points. So that's it. Very, very excited to be doing this, and to call something my own. So hopefully you guys are excited too, and it'll all work out well. And I will see you on 22nd live. Till then, I hope that you start following this schedule, and let's study together, and let's crack any entrance that you want to. Thank you so much.